Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, the time is here. We are ready to do our favorites of 2018, and I will be the first to tell you, I made a giant mistake. I went through and I was gathering up items for this video. I went into my makeup over yonder. There's a large collection. I know you haven't seen it. Someday I promise you will. And I was going through there and I was pulling products and I put them in a box. One second. This is that box, okay? And it's literally full, like I'm not exaggerating, okay? It's a box full of makeup. Let me put it back down because I'm not exaggerating again. Weighs about 60 pounds. Okay, that's an exaggeration. Now you might be asking yourself, Paige, where did this grave mistake come in? Well, I originally was going to keep the video separate. Drugstore, high end. That way the video wouldn't be too long. Clearly screwed that up, threw it all in one box, and then as I started to divide it, I was like, girl, ain't nobody got time for this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am just going to powerhouse through these. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on each item. I'm going to tell you what I loved, why I loved it. Sometimes, not all the times. Some items I've talked about a ton. I'm not gonna talk about those. I'm telling myself right now that I'm gonna be good, I'm going to behave, and I'm not going to drone on for too long. So let's go ahead and get started. In that box, by the way, there's actually not every item. So like lipsticks and concealers, like that type of like the littler stuff isn't in there. So that'll be fun because those aren't even in the box and I just realized it. So that's cool. Okay, so in an effort to not drone on and take forever, I'm going to just jump in with the products that are on my eyes right now. I did just film, as I was doing this, a little Instagram story, or not story, a video that I will be putting on Instagram as one of those little like 1-minute things you can watch. And I've been trying to do those more often. You guys can let me know if you've been loving them. And if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, you can do that down below as well. My links for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are down there. So I've been trying to share more videos and pictures because I know a lot of people really, really love the little videos and they're super fun. So that is where you can see how to do this. Hopefully it will be up there soon if it's not already. Now that little shameless plug out of the way, guys, it's the Huda Beauty Nude palette. Guys, love this palette. Talked about it a ton. When I did my video on this, I was literally in awe at how much I love this. And I feel like the reason this is such a beautiful special palette to me is because it has every version, color, undertone, shade, everything that I could want in this pinky, mauvey, purple family. I am obsessed with the way that these go on the lids. My favorite thing about this is the fact that whatever mood I'm in for a purple nude look, you can have it. You want to go poppy? It's there. You want to go calm? It's there too. Like this palette to me, so stunning. I love these little marbly shades. I think they're so beautiful and I feel like I can create eye looks with this super, super fast. And for me anyways, I just feel like this has been such a staple. Used it a ton. Now I should point out real quick before I get going too far and get too much hate, one of the things that I'm using to define something I love or something that I was really obsessed with is a palette that when I had to put it away, I felt like sadness about. And I say that because there are a lot of eyeshadow items in here, but I just want to like keep it in perspective of how many I review versus how many are in here. So my turnover for eyeshadow that I love is very high, like I use a lot, but I think that the ones that are in here are truly like top notch, and there are a lot in my collection that I didn't talk about. So just something to keep in mind. There's a lot, and if you're like, wow, could she really love that many? I promise you, yes, she could, and she does. So love this, so beautiful. One of my standout palettes, like love it so much. Probably made my list of like top 10 to top 15 palettes of the year. Love, love that palette. Now along those same lines, love this one as well. This is the Dominique Latte palette. I don't remember if this came out technically in 2018 or 2017, but I freaking was obsessed with this when it came out. This was everything I needed to do a neutral eye, a deep neutral eye, anything in the brown family. This was it. And it wasn't because it had like every shade of brown or every shade of a light orange or whatever. It was because of the way these blended and combined with each other. Truly just so beautiful. These little pops, I would always put them on the lower lash line and just smoke them out a little bit. So freaking stunning. And then this shade right here, Macchiato, I actually have this on my brow bone and my inner eye. The whole palette is amazing, but that shade is my favorite. It is so stunning. It looks great for me and my skin tone. Like I can wear it here, I can wear it again, brow bone, inner eye, I can do it all over the lid. There's just a lot I can do with it, and because of that shade, I was really able to travel with this palette and use it for more than just like a everyday at my vanity kind of thing, which is really nice. Okay guys, we're gonna power through. I've got a whole shit ton here. We're just gonna keep moving. So this is the BH Desert Oasis. One of the reasons I really love this is that when this one was released, we were seeing so many palettes that had, you know, a lot of mattes, a lot of crease colors, a lot of neutral browns and that type of thing, but only pops of shimmers here and there. Very similar to the that Dominique Cosmetics palette I just talked about. And I felt like this was that same style of palette, but it had more shimmers in it. So this was like the shimmer opposite to those. It has a ton of beautiful shimmery neutrals, all over the lid neutrals. And I love options like this because even if you take out like these blue tones right here that make it nice and bright, you still have a ton of options for literally every skin tone to highlight and contour and shape and shine their face, their lids. It's just so, so beautiful. And then it even had like these little light bronzer options in here, which I really liked. Nice crease colors, if you will. And then these giant size freaking highlights. Like, hello, who are you? So giant. Loved that. The shade Bliss. And then, ooh, this one right here, Mineral. Oh my God, guys. First of all, like, hello, who are you? These were just so freaking beautiful. The way they applied, the way they reflected. Loved this palette for a hot minute. Hey guys, big surprise. The Denona sisters are here. We have the Sunset palette and then we have the Gold palette. And you guys all know I've been obsessed with the Gold palette since the day I got it. The Sunset palette is no different. So obviously they had to make the cut. Not going to talk about them because there's nothing to say. They're beautiful. They're stunning. I love Denona. Hello, hi, how are you? Be my friend. Now next up we have two things from Laura Lee Los Angeles. Love, love both of these so, so much. This is the Nudie Patootie palette, and when this first came out, guys, I didn't put it down for probably 2 weeks, which is a long time in my world, and I freaking was obsessed with these two shades right here. There is Strip and Bare, which is like that nice mustard yellow. Y'all know how much I love that. This beautiful light like baby pink that you could build up on the lid. So beautiful. And then the shade Stark down here. Oh my God, like this palette was my everyday go-to. And I actually remember when this was released because I was filming a bunch of stuff at the time and my eyes didn't have to be anything like, you know, dramatic. I wasn't wearing like blues. I just wasn't into like a ton of color at that time. And so this palette got released and I was like, girl, we're done. We're over. It's a thing. And I wore this so freaking much that I was like, I have to put it down. Like I have to start incorporating color again because I loved this palette so much. And along those same lines, there's the Little Baby Boss Babe palette. And guys, I was obsessed with this from the moment I freaking used it. This is everything in my world. This is like a mini everyday palette on the go. Put it in your purse. It has a mirror. It's ready to rock. And then her friend Manny came out with the Life is a Drag palette. Love this so much. And if I don't miss my guess, I think this was actually the first little mini video I did on Instagram was with this palette because I was so obsessed with the concept of this. Like for me, this was just that perfect blend of fun meets neutral. It was that like, I want to go out, but I also want something I can use on the daily. And this palette, when I first started working with it, I was just so impressed with. I loved the formulation, and that is also true for his newest one, the Greek Goddess collection. I just did a full in-depth review of that, and I freaking love that palette. It's actually not in this haul because it's with my other stuff that I was just using, and I left it with it because I've been using it so much, and I think that that's like the truest calling of any palette. So just know that palette and this one are both in this haul by proxy because the formulation is so stunning. Love that video. I'll actually link the Greek Goddess video so you can check out what I'm talking about as far as like the formulation of those because I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with it. Like I'm obsessed with that formula. Okay, we're still going strong with some eyeshadow palettes. This one I grabbed just to hold like the place for the entire brand. This is the Juvia's Place Afrique palette. I love the palette. It's so beautiful. The pops of color are amazing. But the reason I put this in here was because this year I really just got to appreciate and love Juvia's Place as a brand that's affordable, as a brand that has amazing shadows and pigmentation, as a brand that truly represents like the strength and the beauty of deep deeper skin tones. I feel like they put so much emphasis on making sure their shadows, their colors, their everything pops on everyone. They don't just release 1 or 2 highlights. They release 3, 4, 5 highlights in a collection. They don't just release a palette with shades that might work on some skin tones. They release palettes with enough pigment and enough color and enough pop that work on every skin tone. And it's just so beautiful. And I'm so glad that I got to know more about this brand this year, because I find that I love them and I keep trying all their palettes because they're beautiful. Then from there, I grabbed some Jeffree Star because obviously Blood Sugar and the Thirsty palette, guys, these could not be aesthetically more different from each other if they tried. This one is so deep, so red, so sexy. I feel like the Thirsty palette didn't get enough love, and so I wanted to give it some in this video because I freaking love that. It is so beautiful. Again, the formula is so nice. Love it. Love his shadows through and through. They are so consistent and so beautiful. Okay, moving right along to the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Guys, everybody loved this, and I feel like it was pushed out of the way so quickly. This palette was a boss. I love this so, so much. Like, from Urban Decay, I hadn't seen a palette that I loved this much in a long time, and I think it was so special and so unique because it had the perfect blend of shimmers and mattes, the perfect blend of like neutrals and berries. Also, BH Weekend Festival palette. Who remembers? Comment down below if you remember when I was literally more obsessed with this than I could even talk about. I used this palette so freaking much on the day-to-day. This is back when I was like so into color at the beginning-ish of the year, and I wore the shit out of this palette because it had the best, most beautiful pops of color. This blue right here can change your life. Like, I love this for an affordable palette, BH. Like, guys, they're so good. I do find that some of their palettes can be a little bit like but for the most part, for an affordable brand, very consistent, very nice. This one I'm not even going to talk about. This is the Viseart Grand Pro Volume 2. Did a full video on this. I will actually link it up here because this palette is so beautiful, so stunning. Again, it's the Volume 2, so this one has all the shimmers in it. It is not the matte version, but this palette changed my life, rocked my world, and everything in between. So speaking of that really bright, like colorful time in my life, there was a transition between that and the neutrals, and it was this palette. This is the Colourpop Shayla Perception palette. Oh, this had these beautiful tones and all these amazing, luxurious pigments, but they were so deep and sexy and blendable, and they went on like a freaking dream. This is probably, actually, no, this is the only palette from Colourpop that I grabbed, not because the rest aren't good, because they are good, but this palette specifically stood out to me as Colourpop's best palette of the year. Now, moving on, not going to talk about these a ton either. We have Norvina and Soft Glam. Love both of these. This Norvina palette, I didn't think I would love. I'll be honest with you. Didn't think I would. Like, guys, I don't know how this one stole my heart so quickly, but it really did. I was obsessed with this palette for so long. The fact that it had equal shimmers to mattes, the fact that they were all so blendable, the fact that the shades were just like a little bit different than everything else I had been playing with. I fell head over heels for this palette and for Soft Glam. Soft Glam, like, obviously, hello, this is what I wear all the time, and when this was released, I was so into this neutral eye, this super calm life. Like, this was my jam, and then I get this palette and I'm like, oh my god, a palette that gets me, a palette that doesn't shame me with bright colors and make me think I'm doing something wrong. Like, it was just all my colors palette, like, right at the time. Still wear it, still love it. Such a beautiful freaking formula. So next up, we are diving into highlights, because they're what's next in the box. We have the Laura Lee Loose Highlight in the shade Sugar and Spice. I'm wearing it today, layered with another one. Bam. Do you see this? Do you see this sex appeal on my hand? Guys, these highlights are so stunning. They sit down nicely in the skin. They are so versatile for so many skin tones. There's this one, a deeper kind of gold one, and then there's even a pinkier one. So you have lots of options for lots of people, and I just loved this entire collection. I did do a full review on it in a product roundup, actually, which I will link up here, and I just go through, I talk about her entire holiday collection, which I thought was a success through and through. I'm actually wearing one of her liquid lips right now, and I feel like this highlight was just one of the biggest things that I found this holiday season that worked so nicely. And it was so nice too, which I talk about this a lot, side note. I talk about when the holiday collections come around, how frustrating and how annoyed, quite frankly, I get when nobody freaking includes everybody. Like, my biggest pet peeve when I go through the Tarte ones or the freaking Smashbox ones or whoever I'm going through for their holiday collection, and they will not work for every skin tone, I get like angry. I'm like, you know what? That's not okay. You can't do that. You can't just go around like excluding people at random. Hello, this is 2018, soon to be 2019. Why are we still this version? Like, Like what is going on? And so when I saw her collection get released, it was so inclusive and so beautiful. I was just like, yes, yes, yes. So ready, so happy. Love this highlight. Now, with this, I have layered another highlight, which y'all haven't heard me talk about in a minute, guys. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. I layered it with a little bit of this white shade right here just to like pop that cheekbone ever so slightly. So freaking beautiful. Love this highlight palette. Again, I can't get all the use out of it because I'm super fair, but if it's alone, I'll mix these two. If I need it just for a pop, I will add this guy right here. So beautiful. The way it sits on the skin is stunning, or it wouldn't be in this video. Same lines, we have the Pat McGrath little trio right here. Guys, when this came out, look, do you see how like messed up that one is? I use this so freaking much, and I'm just gonna get these all right out of the way. So you guys could probably guess these next ones that I have, but I'm gonna do it anyways. We have the Bar of Gold from Charlotte Tilbury, another one that I used so much. Like the pan is wrecked. I don't care. I'll use it till every last moment is gone because I'm obsessed. The Piece de la Resistance, y'all know it. Y'all have seen it. My Hourglass Trio. This is their metallic ambient, what is this? Metallic ambient strobe lighting palette. This palette to me, probably like top 5 products. Top 5 to top 10 of 2018 right here. Love it, love it. With my whole heart. I also grabbed the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlight right here. Oh my god, you guys, these are so good from the drugstore. They're so silky, so smooth, blendable. Like, these are everything you could ever hope to find in a highlight. They sink into my pores beautifully. They don't emphasize texture. They're so finely milled, refined, silky, amazing. Every word you can think of in that respect, that is what these are. Flower Beauty, you did that. This is amazing. And am I going to say it? You bet your ass I'm gonna say it, girl. Ofra Glazed Donut. Yes, queen. Guys, use it all the time. Use it on the daily. Love it. Won't live without it. So beautiful. Okay, we're getting there. I need to like stretch it out. Oh my god, I need my neck to crack. Oh yeah, I need to do the wave. Okay, good. Got it. Still going. Guys, I'm still going. I'm still going strong. Okay, so these two we can get out of the way. They're not going to be talked about at all. Hourglass, Ambient Volume 4, Lighting Unlocked. Love them both so freaking much. They are well loved. I have used both of these so much. Can't talk about them. So good, so amazing. Not going to bore you. Just love them all the time. Fight me on that one. You can't. You can't. So next up, we have the Catrice Filter in a Box, and then my favorite, the California in a Box. This had a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight in it. You guys, this bronzer and blush situation, okay, I can't open this with like one finger in a prayer, but seriously, I was obsessed with this for a minute. Like, I use this all the freaking time. It was me, this bronzer, and then this blush right here. So good. Like, loved it for a minute. Also, no words need to be said. These are the Wet n Wild little color icon palettes. Love, love, love these. I grabbed Not a Basic Peach and Rose in the Air. This one is like my go-to. The one I use all the time. Traveled with it. Loved it. So good. So consistent. These are such a winner at the drugstore. Everybody should have them. The little four, like the little 4 quad ones, you should have those too. Another thing I picked up that was so random, so weird. These are the CoverGirl. I know. I heard it too. Guys, didn't think I would love these nearly as much as I did. Fell in love. Don't just love them. Like, I fell in love with these. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Serving Sculpt Palette in 500, which has a bronzer and a blush in it that I literally used for like 3 weeks. Didn't stop, couldn't stop, wouldn't stop, didn't care. Used it all the time. Even this highlight, I used it. And then along those same lines, we have this guy right here. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner Palette. Guys, loved this one for a minute. What I loved about this one, and it kind of reminded me of like those Hourglass, those diffused ambient powders that they have, where when you put them on as a highlight, if you build them up and your face is wet, they work as a highlight, but like they can also be used in other ways. That was how I used these. I treated them like a light, really even, nice reflected highlight for days where I was like not wanting too much, but I could build them up to be really stunning if I wanted to. And I just couldn't put these down. They're so soft and so buttery. And these even have an extra special spot in my heart because when I first used these, I was at a place where I had never experienced anything good with CoverGirl at all. And then these came along and then I was like, yup, done, love it, love, still love these, still use them. They're still amazing. So next up, we actually have the bronzer on my face. This is the Dior Contour Palette. Holy crap, do I still love this? I actually, okay, so let me just break this down. As I was sitting here getting ready, I was like, I could just use whatever products I have, but as I'm sitting here next to a box that's literally every single favorite product I had in 2018, I'm like, girl, I don't give a shit what's on my vanity. I'm using what's in this box. Like, I was so excited. I was so ready to rock. And I saw this and I was like, did I really love that much? Like, what? Maybe I should refresh myself. Like, I'm trying to give myself a reason to use my fancy ass Dior palette. Guys, I forgot how much I loved this freaking bronzer right here. Like, look at, just take it all in. Huh, so freaking good. Like, I love this. Then we have the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Oh my god! I actually didn't love this one at first. Fun fact, I quite hated it actually. And then I played with it again. Like, I think it was maybe an It's Been a While video or something. And I was like, I want to see if that's good. I want to see if I like that now. Maybe it's been a minute and I could like love it. I do. This bronzer right here, Sunny Honey, I freaking love that. It is so beautiful on my skin tone. And then the shade Pink Sand, huh, that blush is like the mauvey blush of my life. Love it, so obsessed with it. Like, at first when I played with this, I actually was like, next, like I was done. I thought I'd been duped by like this stunning, luxurious ass packaging. And then I played with it again and I was like, no, you just dumb. Like, you need to love it. It is so good. Also, she needs no introduction. If you are an OG with me, do you see this Park Ave Princess palette right here? Remember her? Guys, I use this so freaking much. I have probably 2 or 3 backups of this palette. I think it is so amazing. This from Tarte is like one of my top 5 items that Tarte has ever come out with. I am obsessed with Princess Cut as a bronzer. Love it. The Halo and Essence to reshape my under eye. These 2 shades actually right here are what got me into the Essence Brighten Up powder, which is right here. I'm wearing it today. This is from you guys. And I said, and I quote, guys, what am I supposed to do? I'm running out of my favorite shade, which is Enhance. Enhance? I can't even see it because it's like worn off. Yes, the shade Enhance. What am I going to do? It's all gone. I'm out. And you guys said, try this Brighten Up powder from Essence. It's really, really good. Everybody loves it because you guys are fucking amazing. And you guys talked me into buying this. You changed my life forever. This is the second one of these I've purchased because it's so good. So this is also in my favorites. I'll just throw it in there right now. And I love this. Always have, always will. She's amazing. And then as a bronzer, I have to throw this one in here as well. This is the Take Home the Day bronzer from The Balm. I freaking love this. I just actually used this exact bronzer right here. Love it so much. What shade is this in? Oscar? I love this. I used it recently in my It's Been a While, which I will link up here. Just did it last week, I believe. Such a beautiful, amazing, fantastic bronzer. Like, if you can't tell by looking at it, I use this so freaking much. It is beat all to hell because it's amazing and it deserves love. So much love because it's so beautiful. Next up, guys, we have a couple blushes from the drugstore. I'm obsessed with. No need to talk about them a ton. We have the CoverGirl Peach Punch blushes. This is in 120 and 130. I love both of these. The L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted in 192 and 193. This one specifically in 193, Charming. I used this so freaking much. It is such a stunning blush. Oh my good lord, like the drugstore has so many good blushes. I know that I talk about blushes a lot. I love them. I'm actually working on a video right now with those Buxom blushes. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. But I love those. And yes, high-end blushes are beautiful and every blush has its own like unique thing and they're beautiful, whatever. But I'm telling you, if you are on a budget, do not ever feel pressured to go buy a $20 blush. There are so many amazing options at the drugstore. These are so good. And blush is one of my favorite things. And I'm telling you, you can find some good ones at the drugstore, girl. They are so beautiful and so blendy and bendy, and I love them so much. Oh, also at the drugstore, we have the Burt's Bees blushes. Guys, I didn't like a lot from Burt's Bees, but I loved these. These blushes are so stunning. This is in the shade 1205 Bare Peach, which is a beautiful shade. And then this one is Toasted Cinnamon, which at this point, I'm pretty sure it was Kathleen Lights that made this like the shade of life. These are just so beautiful, so blendable, they're effortless, and overall, like, if you're looking for something from Burt's Bees, you want to support them, you love the line, you want to check them out, start here. You won't be disappointed. They are amazing. Now that I just had a spiel about blushes at the drugstore, I have some high-end blushes as well. We have the Bare Minerals blushes, the Gen Nude ones. Not going to talk about these because I'm obsessed. However, some of you have said they're at TJ Maxx and or Marshalls right now. I have looked. I will continue to look because if I find these at mine, y'all know I'm buying every single one that I don't have, which is all the ones except these, because these blushes are so amazing. I love them. Oh my God, like Bare Minerals, you did that. My favorite, if you're wondering, is Beige for Days. This is that blush. If you're like, I don't want to look like I'm super blushy, I want it to kind of match in like with my bronzer moment, that's this. It's so good. I wear it literally all the time. It's just like that shade. She's that bitch. It's my life. So next up we have the MAC and Patrick Star blushes. These are the duos in I'm Not Blushing. Hello, is that not a Paige color? It is. And then this one is in Take Me Home. I loved both of these equally. I think they're so beautiful and stunning. Again, we have like that classic, more neutral bronzy tone and then like a mauve tone. Can you see what my theme is? But seriously, so beautiful. Love them. Honestly, together, separate. I don't care if you're working like in the individual color or as a duo. I personally just usually stick with the duo color because I love that they balance each other out. But these are so stunning. Patrick Star, like that is one of my favorite things he came out with in these collections, like in his little kits, were those, because those were amazeballs. So next up we have the MAC Whisper of Guilt Skin Finish. This is a beautiful freaking highlight, guys. I love this so much. It's very bright, very luminescent. A little goes a long way. You can build it up really quickly, which is nice, so it doesn't emphasize any texture or anything. And I had a moment, like a love affair with this. I would put this all over my face and be a glowy queen, and then just to pop the cheekbones and like the really finite high points, I would go in with the Ofra Glazed Donut and just like give it that extra, and it was perfection. I love this so much. Still use it all the time. It's a beautiful one. Also, not going to talk about this one at all. Hourglass Blush Trio. Got it from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Seriously, one of the best things I've ever purchased. I talked about it and nothing else for 4 months because it rocked my whole life, changed my world. It like evolved me as a human. The Amrezy highlight. Not going to talk about her. Speaks for herself. Ask anybody in the makeup world. Such an amazing highlight. We also have the, ooh, yes, the Morphe Prep and Set. I'm sorry. Who are you? I love the Morphe Prep and Set. This is my jam. Like, I just repurchased for their Black Friday sale like 7 or 8 bottles of it because it was like 25% off, 30%. I don't know. It was on sale. And I bought a shit ton of them because I'm obsessed with this stuff. I will drench my face in this twice while doing my makeup. I'm obsessed with this. I literally wear it all the time. This, I wear the Urban Decay, and then my other favorite is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Y'all know, I just started using this a couple months ago, and I'm already like life-changingly obsessed with it. I think it is such a beautiful finishing mist. Goes on, sets you down. If you have super oily skin, probably not your jam, but if you have an issue with like your makeup looking crusty, cakey, anything like that, oh my God, this has been like my life-changing godsend of my world. Yes, all day long. I'm obsessed. I figured I'd throw all my sprays in because those are like my 3 sprays of the year. That's it, girl. Don't play me. I suppose we can dive into powders real quick. Like, I grabbed this Marc Jacobs Finish Line powder, and I did just use that in that It's Been a While video as well. But when this first came in, I used this a lot to set my face, and it's a super beautiful, finely milled powder. I think it works beautifully under the eyes if you have like medium to deep skin tones, and you can work with the color. It is super beautiful. As far as other powders, I don't have a ton of them like right here because they are literally all buried under everything I just put on my vanity. But I will tell you, this one is my favorite, my tried and true. It's the Maybelline Fit Me 05 Fair. Guys, if you have not tried this powder, it's amazing. If you're obsessed with the Hourglass Translucent Veil stuff, that's another one of mine for 2018 that I am obsessed with. That Hourglass Loose Powder, guys, it is beautiful, but it's expensive. And if you can't afford it, you don't want to afford it, I am telling you to try this. I have used this every day, all day, almost every day this year, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best powders I've ever worked with. I use it like this. I use it in the compact, which is what I use today, and I find that this formulation, I don't care. It's amazing. Like, I don't care how much it costs. This could be $45 and I would repurchase it. I'm grateful it's not, but it could be. And I love this formula so much. It's amazing. So next up, we have one of my favorite bronzers at the drugstore. This is the Essence bronzer in 01 Natural. I am obsessed with this. It's this color right here. It is such a beautiful, amazing smelling bronzer at the drugstore. The price point is beautiful. The color is beautiful. I love everything about this. It is so even and rich in pigment, like, but it's not too much. It doesn't overshare. It doesn't undershare. Like, you don't ever have to wonder what she's thinking. She's thinking beauty. She's thinking bronzer. She's thinking, my God, do I smell good? Oh, I love, 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 love this bronzer. Another bronzer that I loved before that one is actually the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It, and this is in the shade 01. Another super, super stunning bronzer that I literally used all the time. This is not a totally matte bronzer, so it does have a nice like lit from within kind of shimmer, and I loved this so freaking much. I wore this probably for like a month-ish straight all summer. I really fell in love with the way that this like went on the skin. It kind of glowed my cheekbones a little bit, but it wasn't too much, so I never looked like greasy or anything. It's just a beautiful bronzer. I didn't talk about these. These are the Jeffree Star Supreme highlights. I have Wet Dream and Snow Globe. Oh, these are beauties. I love everything about these highlights. They go on my face stunningly. I used them non-stop when I first got them, and they're just some of the most beautiful reflectant formula. Oh my God, these are my two favorite because they work best on my skin tone. But I have all, what, 4, 5, 6, however many of these he came out with. I use them literally all over the face, the lids, the inner eye, the brow bone. Like, I was a glowing princess when these first came out because I was testing the formula. Let me explain. One of the things I love to do with highlights when I first get them is go through and see how they look on the lids. And so with his, because there were so many different colors and variations and really fun options, I had a blast playing with these all over the lid. Guys, these are stunning. Like, I'm sorry, but they are amazing and I love them. Okay, now in the interest of time, I'm not gonna sit here and dig through and go like every single lipstick one by one and tell you what I love. I am going to tell you some standouts for me that I am obsessed with as far as formula goes. I love Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks. We know this. I've talked about them a ton. I think they are so amazing. And up until this year, they were one of the only ones that I'd been able to wear and be comfortable in. And then I experienced a couple others that I am now going to mention to you. Fenty. Oh my God, the Stunna lip paints from Fenty, they are so amazing, so beautiful and comfortable and rich in pigment. I keep them right next to me because I think they're amazing. Another one that I love is, I've talked about it a ton, Laura Lee Los Angeles. I'm actually wearing it right now. This is in Pouty and Nice. This is one of my favorite shades that she came out with as a part of her holiday collection. It is it's just the perfect like pinky mauve. I love it. I wear it all the time. It is one of the only liquid lipsticks I can wear that dries down. I don't have to worry about it going all over the place, and it's comfortable. Like, it doesn't affect me. And that's a big deal for me because y'all know I've talked about it a lot. I have fibro, and so I feel every nerve ending on my body constantly. So liquid lipsticks can literally be a prison on my face. And I love her formula because it sits down, it's not too drying, it's not too much, but it works so nicely. The pigmentation is so beautiful and even. It's like one swipe coverage, which I live for, and you don't have to like build them up so they don't get like crusty and crunkly and like too much. I just love her formula, and it's transfer proof, which is great. Another one that I fell in love with is the one from Manny MUA and his collection. These are so good. Now his are not transfer proof, but they are very comfortable, very rich in pigment. The colors are stunning, and while we're at it, I've talked about this one about 1,500 times. I know it's sold out, and I'm sorry, but the shade Zaya is life-changing. Like, here, let me just swatch it for you. I don't want to waste it, but like I will just for this video, and then I'm done swatching it for the rest of forever. I love this color. I know it's a small swatch. That's all you're going to get because it's sold out, and it is such an amazing color. The packaging, everything about it. The applicator, by the way, on both his and Laura's are so amazing. Like, we're finally getting to that place where people are realizing not all of us, first of all, are going to use a lip liner. I'm lazy. I don't always want to lip line. Hello? No, thank you. Number one. Number two, some of us have these tiny ass little lips, and it's hard to get in those little cracks and crevasses, and y'all are helping us out with these amazing applicators. I love them so much. And honestly, as far as like a liquid lip, any type of a liquid lip, those have been my favorites. Also, let's dive into bullet formulas. As far as like the twist up lipsticks, you guys, love Flower Beauty so much. That satin finish all day long, yes please. The KKW formula, I don't care what people say about her. I know they look a little cheap. They kind of feel a little cheap if I'm not going to lie, but the formulation of those twist up lipsticks is stunning. The Nude collection, I literally have worn every color in there multiple times. They are so good. I also wore these ones from Estee Lauder a lot at the beginning of the year. I fell in love with Estee Lauder lipsticks. This one is my favorite actually. It's the shade 140 Naked City, and it is such a beautiful, lustrous looking on the lips shade. Like it's like a sun-kissed bronzy brown color, and it looks so beautiful. I've paired this with every eye look. It's amazing, and I love it a ton. And then from the drugstore, these are the ones from L'Oreal, the Color Reach Shine, and these are just such an amazing formula. This one is so busted and janky, but what I loved about these is they're literally the same feel, formulation, shine, everything as the ones from Estee Lauder, but they're from the drugstore. So they're super affordable. They're amazing. They wear well. I love them. These are both super comfortable, amazing options. Ooh, also love from Flower Beauty, that Hydra hydrating one, the like long stick version. Love those as well. Those are super nice. I wore those a lot actually. And then glosses. Okay, the Fenty gloss is an obvious choice because I love the Fenty gloss. Oh my God. I fell in love with, oh God, so many glosses. Clinique, Colorpop, Dose of Colors, and Pat McGrath. Whew, I had to remember that. I had to run to the bathroom because they're all in a pile in there. And guys, there's so many glosses. I could probably do a video on my favorite glosses. Just know that I'm constantly touching them because I think gloss is amazing. Like if there's one thing I can't narrow down, it would probably be gloss. I love gloss. So next up is mascara. My winner, my pride and joy, everything is my Perversion by Urban Decay. I love that one. Like there really isn't much else to say. I love that mascara. It's amazing. It does great things for my lashes. I also love the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Anything that they have that's in like this style tube, I really like for the lower lash line only. Upper lash line, they don't do too much for me, but lower lash line, they look stunning. What else? I feel like I'm already forgetting things, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be inclusive, but also quick. It's a difficult thing for me. Ooh, the Revlon Color Stay Powder in 880 Translucent. I use that so freaking much. Love that powder. Now, I guess that's going to leave us with foundations, and I'm actually going to link a video for you guys. It was my top 10 favorite foundations when I had oily skin. That really sums up all of the foundations that I loved in 2018 and why I loved them, because for most of 2018, I had very, very oily skin. Now I'm more on like the normal to oily side, but go check out that video if you're curious about my favorites. It has like the Catrice HD full coverage foundation. I loved that. The Dior full coverage, the Dior Forever. Oh, my MAC powder. Oh, hell yes, my MAC powder. I was obsessed with that for a minute. I was also obsessed with this Skin Glow from Becca. This is a primer. So beautiful. The NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation was so good. Like, guys, there are just so many items that I don't want to do that to foundation. Go check that video out if you're curious what foundations I loved and why. They are in that video. Okay guys, that wraps up my favorite makeup of 2018. However, I want to know from you guys, do you want a favorite skincare / hair care of 2018? Because I can do that. So let me know down below if you'd love to see that video. But because you got this video, there was no weekly vlog. I wanted you guys to get to have my favorites of 2018 while it was still 2018. So let me know down below if you guys would love one on skincare and hair care. Let me know what you think of this roundup. I did it a lot different than I did last year's. Last year's was like thorough and in-depth and all these things. And then I got to thinking about it this year and I'm like, girl, it doesn't need to be thorough or in-depth because you've literally loved these things already. You've talked about them all enough. Like, shut up. Ooh, concealers, Tarte Shape Tape and Too Faced Born This Way. Two top. Ooh, and Catrice HD Liquid Camouflage. Those three are my favorite concealers. I can't believe I almost forgot her. The Fenty Sponge, guys. The Fenty Sponge. So good. Okay, I'm done talking now, I promise. And the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I promise I'm done now. So, guys, let me know down below. Do you want to see that video? Also, let me know down below. Do you have any favorites that I didn't mention in this video? Because if so, tell me, and I want to see if I can make them a favorite for 2019. Because, guys, I have had the best makeup year of my world, and I just want to take a second to say thank you all so freaking much. Like, I know this video is going to be so long, and if you stayed with me till the end, comment banana down below, because girl, I am bananas for still doing this. That is a horrible pun. I apologize. All joking aside though, guys, thank you so much for being with me in 2018. Like, it means so much to me to see how much my channel has grown and how much you guys all invest in me, and just like sitting down and watching like a 40-minute favorites video with me, that's investing your time and caring about me and my channel enough to like want to hear what I have to say, and that means so much. And if I'm being honest with you, 2018 has been a very tumultuous year for me personally. Like, my YouTube side and makeup and all of this, I have grown so much. I've met some amazing people, some amazing content creators, and some amazing influencers in general have spoken to me, and that's a lot. And my channel has grown exponentially, which is amazing. But like in my personal life, this has been the hardest worst year I've ever had. It has been a year of ended relationships. It has been a year of pain. It has been a year of depression and severe anxiety and like medical issues. And you guys have made this year bearable, because I honestly don't think I could have done anything this year if it wasn't for you guys. I don't know who I would be. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have people like you guys keeping me grounded every single day and encouraging me to continue this and telling me that it's okay if I like fall short, or sometimes if I don't feel like myself, or whatever the case is. You guys are just always there to make me feel better. And I know so many of you say that I mean a lot to you, and I'm here to tell you that you guys literally mean the most to me. So anyways, I don't want to drone on too long because this video is already stupid long. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in 2019. Thank you for the roller coaster this has been. Definitely subscribe if you want to be in it for 2019's roller coaster, because your girl's still planning on uploading 5 days a week. Girl, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am here between 6 and 7 a.m. Northern Michigan time, which is like way early if you live out on the coast. Girl, we are here bright and early. We're doing our thing. We're talking makeup. We're talking hair care, skin care, favorites, hate it's, empties, everything. We do it on this channel, so definitely subscribe. Also, I'm trying to step up my Instagram game, so go down to Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. They're all down in the description. Go follow me and leave me some encouragement and be like, girl, keep stepping, because I want to see you more. I want to see what you have. Because guys, I want to step it up for 2019. I'm walking into my 30th year of life, and I plan to make it a damn good one. So you guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you next year. Bye. Paige, this makeup wipe is literally dead. It's not going to do anything because it's dry, because you've used it to wipe off 700 products. And moving on, because we're not about to waste any time, guys, I'm going to fire through some of these palettes. I don't have anywhere to put these. They're under my arm. Now, the Sunset palette, I don't know if this was one. 1 + 1 = plus. Pooper, honey, you have to go on the bed. No matter how much you fight this, okay? I know, you're so pretty, and I love you so much, but you do have to sit on the bed. You guys see what I have to deal with? Look at this. She literally has forced herself onto her back like a little princess, and she's hugging me with all she has because she wants to snuggle, and she doesn't want to go to the bed. I know, baby. I know. Are you ready to go to the bed now? I know. You're such a pretty princess, but no matter how much you snuggle into Sissy, you still are going to have to sit on the bed. Because I have a whole bucket of makeup I have to get into, okay? So I love you, and I'll give you more belly rubs later, okay? I promise. You're so pretty. This dog is so high maintenance. Okay, moving right along. Girl, you know this. Now that out of the way, guys, spoiler alert. It is the Huda Booty. Okay, that took 12 seconds to screw up something. Good. Huda Booty. Huda Booty? Huda Booty. That's right. We talked about this before, girl, because you say it wrong all the time. Then we have the toothpaste. Do we have that? Oh, quit it. Paige, come on now. Get your life together. Okay, what is jamming me in the leg? Thank you. Hello, everybody. Am I in focus? Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Why am I laughing? Stop. It's not funny. Get it. Stop it. Next up, we actually have the bronzer on my face. Yo. I'm sorry, what? I have a pile of pillows on my bed. Dog was legit trying to scale them to the very top. Got about halfway, turned around, came back down. Now she's laying on my comforter just staring at me. Like, I can barely see her without my glasses, but I know she's like mad at me. She's thinking about the fact that she wants to pee on my bed just because I'm not holding her. Like, I put her down, and now she's mad at me because Pooper holds resentment if you don't snuggle her when she wants to be snuggled. Which is all the time. Like, oh man. Please don't pee. She won't pee. She doesn't pee. She's never peed on a bed. But I'm like nervous because she's also vindictive. I'm watching you.